what you have to claim? How many of you have ever had a crazy dream that was very compelling, but it didn't make any sense to you, but you acted on it anyway? Anybody in here has ever done that? Had a crazy dream that didn't make any sense, and you acted upon it? I call that when the dream choose you. That's when the dream choose you. It happened to me. I was in my sleep, minding my own business, when the dream came to me and told me what I am going to do. I didn't understand it, but I woke up out of my sleep and I wrote it down on a piece of paper. And lo and behold, I started working towards it. So when a dream chooses you, the first thing you have to do is you have to believe it. It may be grand, it may be big, bigger than you ever imagined yourself doing or becoming. And oftentimes when we see something that is so big and so large, we are afraid of it. After all, why would God give me something like this? I'm just little old Jonathan, come out the projects, all this stuff that I was always told I couldn't do. God, you got to be somebody else bigger than me, with more skills than me, to do these things. Because I didn't want to believe it. But because it was so compelling, I took the first step and began to bring it into fruition. When a dream chooses you, you know that you have a purpose to fulfill. How many of you watched Roots that just came on, the new Roots, the miniseries? You did? Yeah. When it said, the most important thing in a person's life is when they are born and the reason they find out why. When they are born and the reason they found out why. Back in the day, I was so dissatisfied with life. I didn't like the way my life was going. I was in grad school, accomplishing things, but I wasn't happy with my life. And so when this dream came to me, it gave me some type of hope, something that I could use to give me something that I could do to make me feel better about myself at that time, because, like I said, it wasn't going the way that I thought life would be going for me. And that is how I found my purpose. Having a dream, believing it, and then acting upon it, I realized that I had a purpose to serve. There was a reason for my very existence, and my reason was to speak about my childhood experiences to help other people live better lives. So when a dream chooses you, you have to believe it. The second thing is you understand that you have a purpose to fulfill. When the dream chooses you, know that you have the power to get it done. When I had my dream, I didn't know how I was going to get it done. I had no clue. No clue. All I had was what I wrote down on a piece of paper. But what I did was I called some friends over to my house, and I showed them what I had wrote down, and none of us could make it out, but we kept putting things together. And each step that I took, as I accepted the challenge of the dream, things began to fall in place to cause it to come into fruition. You don't have to know all the answers, but you must accept it and take the first step to bring it to pass. And things come in alignment to meet you exactly where you are. So never say, I can't do it, because you can do it. You don't have to worry about all the details, because they're going to slowly unfold as you're on the journey. When the dream chooses you, you have the power to bring it to pass. Because as the scripture says, your steps are ordered. Your steps are ordered. And as you go on this dream, when the dream chooses you, know that it is very important for you to rest. You need to rest. When I first stepped out on my dream, I had to accomplish all these things, and I thought I had to work and work and work and work and work. Stay up all night. I quit going out with my friends. I quit going to my family gatherings because I kept working and working and working and working and working. Got to get it, got to grind, got to hustle. And I became ill and bedridden. So what does that mean? If I'm sick in the bed and can't work, I can't fulfill the dream. It is very important for you to rest, have balance in everything. Sure, you got to work hard, but you got to play harder. You got to eat, you got to sleep, you have to get your rest. You have to socialize with your friends. Money is so good. It's good to have money. It's good to make money because you can do things that you want to do. But if you're sick and broken down, what good money is going to do for you? So when the dream chooses you, you have to rest. When the dream chooses you, you also must be willing to sacrifice. You have to give up something in order for the dream to manifest. Many of us want a beach body. I want me some abs, I want a washboard stomach. That is my dream. But I like me some cookies and cakes and pies. I like all those things right there. So that goes against my dream of my wanting to have a washboard ab. So if I want that, I have to give it up. Maybe it's my DNA. Maybe it's just not meant for me to have a flat stomach like that. But it's flat enough for me right now. But know that you have to give up something. You have to give up something. My dream came to me and told me that I was going to write this book. It's my very first book. I know what I am. I'm not what you call me. And I took a lot of energy and effort to put this book together. It talked about my experience of being molested as a child and all the things that I had to go through after being abandoned by my mother and father. And when the book first came out, although God told me to write this book, when it first came out and I was being interviewed, I said it wasn't me. I kept lying and said it wasn't me. I used to pay $250 to go to different book fairs around the country, and I would go and sell about 1 or 2 books. Paid $250 to go there, a tank of gas, had no money, had to eat off the dollar menu at Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, and used to have to stay at Motel 6, trying to make this dream come true. And so I got angry with God. Why would you tell me to do something like this, and I'm around here struggling and suffering? And you know what God said? I want you to use your story, but you're around here telling everybody it's not you. So how can I bless something that you're rejecting? How can I give you something if you don't even receive it yourself? And the minute that came to me, it came to me watching Oprah. When Elanya Van Zandt was on there, she was talking about she couldn't receive the platform that Oprah had given her. And that resonated with me, and I instantly jumped up and went into my room and looked into the mirror and started talking to God. Started talking to God. God, forgive me. You gave me this vision. You gave me this dream. And here I am, rejecting it because I was embarrassed. I didn't want people to know it was me. So I owned my truth. And the minute I owned my truth, I began to get invited to speak on college campuses. The Let's Talk It Out program came because of this book. Affirming Youth came because of this book. The Affirming Youth Behavioral Clinic, what we're putting together now, came because of this book. And I even got invited to the White House 2 weeks ago. And it's all because of the book, because of the vision, because of the dream that God had given me to do. So I had to sacrifice my wanting to keep these things secret and become bold and courageous and say, yes, it did happen to me. So I could relate on a truthful level and not with a mask and a shield. Ladies and gentlemen, we all have a purpose to fulfill. We all have visions. We all have dreams. I implore you to believe it, to know that you have a purpose to fulfill, to understand that you're going to have to give up something, but to also rest while you're on the journey. It's a lot of work, but the experience is like no other. I'm seeing things, being invited to places, speaking at places that I never would imagine that old Jonathan Spikes out of Scott Projects would be able to do. When the dream chooses you, when the dream chooses you, when the dream chooses you, believe it.